Hey, joining me today, I've headed down to the South of Bali in Uluwatu, where there's a few spots that I wanted to hit up and go and fly some FPV and normal drones. So yeah, first spot, as you can see, is some pretty wild road that's like been cut out of this cliff face here. It was only finished a few months ago, and I've wanted to come here and do a big fast fly through of it. And yeah, well, I'm here now, so a lot of tourists here, it's very busy. I'm going to see if there's a spot up at the top where I can pitch up and fly from there, but if not, I'll just have to go from in here and just sort of bear in mind where I am. So yeah, gonna find a place to set up and we'll get up in the air. Okay, I'm gonna go up first with the Mini 4 Pro just to get a bit of a scout of the area and stuff. And yeah, it's really busy. Everybody here seems to be just freaking having a good time. So yeah, let's just send it up. I think I'm done with the Mini now. I'm gonna head down to the bottom of the road. I think that's gonna be my best bet signal-wise for FPV. Let me just dodge this car. Alrighty, let me get back to the bike. Okay, so I was hoping to get the 5-inch up and really rip through here, but I think there's just too many people. I don't think it's gonna be very safe. So I'm gonna get the Avata 2 out instead, and we're just gonna fly that through. Hopefully I can get some speed up with it as well, which is gonna be a safer option. And I've actually just been told to move the park over there, so I'm gonna scoot over there and then get set up. I'm gonna send the Avata 2 up instead. So yeah, can maybe send the 5-inch up out of the sea, but see how we go.
I can sit and cry about reasons why I'm in this mess, but what good is that? What a waste of breath. It's a fine line thinking about the words unsaid and setting me free from my chest. I feel so low. I'm not myself. I feel so low. I'm not myself.
Okay, well, the conditions are pretty tricky today, I'm not gonna lie. There's a massive crosswind coming across the sort of top of this. So when you drop in, you go from having a massive crosswind to no crosswind, and it's kind of hard to balance the transition. It would be much easier with a 5-inch, but I'm not gonna send it up here, it's not safe enough. So there was also some paragliders around there, so I followed one of them a little bit, and yeah. I might put the 5-inch up over the sea, but I might just leave this location, so we'll see what happens. So as you can see from me putting on my helmet, I decided not to fly the 5-inch and just make my way over to my next location, and we can just sort of see it peeping in the distance in these clips. Okay, so I'm at the second location now, and if I try and say the name of this place, I'm going to end up butchering it, but it's basically the cultural park here in Uluwatu, and it's got a massive statue over there. I think it's the biggest statue in Indonesia. I might be wrong there, but I'm sure it'll tell us when I get there. And I'm pretty sure when I go to this place, I have to register as a drone pilot and pay a fee, but that's all right. So we'll get all that done out of the way, and then we'll head out and see what we can do around that massive statue. Not sure where to go here. Online tickets. I don't have an online ticket. All right, we're off the friggin' horrible bus. For some reason, you have to buy an online ticket when you get to the counter, which seems strange. They can't just sell you a ticket at the counter, but backwards and forwards at the same time. So anyway, I'm here. I think I need to make my way to the statue. I have no idea where to go. Right, it's time to get permission for these drones, so let's head in. Alrighty, that was pretty painless actually. Just a little online form, got a little special wristband so that nobody gives me any hassle later on. So just as I've got in, it has started to rain. I don't think it's going to rain for very long, but you couldn't write this. Right, I got a little bit of a break in the rain, I think. You can see here, there's a nice little sort of cutout in this, I don't know what it is, towards the statue. So I'm going to try and come down, fly through here, wait for these people to go, and yeah, I'm just going to send it. Okay, managed to sneak in a little flight there. We did sort of get some rain on the camera lens and all sorts of stuff. Hopefully it's going to look quite stylistic actually, but look at this guy. Absolutely zooming along. So I'm going to go a bit closer to the statue now so I can try and do a bit more sort of intricate flying near it. And the rain has stopped. Why has it stopped just as I landed? Alrighty, I think I've got a bit of a walk on my hands, but it's really nice scenery, so yeah, enjoy it. Right, made it now to the base of the statue. Gonna send the Mini 4 Pro up first, get some shots. This thing is actually massive. I think this is one of the few occasions where having an eye in the sky does actually do the size of this thing justice, because when I was flying the Avata 2 earlier, it actually looks as big in the picture as it does in real life. So let me get up in the sky and yeah, treat you to some shots. Yeah, pretty nice stuff there with the 4 Pro. Now the wind is blowing straight across the statue, so I'm gonna have a bit of trouble here with the Avata 2, I think. I'm gonna try my best. If it fails, I might throw the 5-inch up because it will cut through the air way better, and there's actually not that many people around here. So I'll try the Avata 2 first, but if I can't get what I want, I'm gonna have to send the 5-inch up, which is kind of what I want to do anyway, so. Yeah, it's pretty windy up there. I think I got what I needed to with the Avata 2 actually. I could send the 5-inch up, but I don't know. I just got checked by security to make sure that I am actually allowed to be doing this, which I am, so happy days. And actually this didn't cost anything. All I had to do was just fill out a form and put a few details in, and happy days. So yeah, if you actually come in here and you want to fly your drone, it's pretty easy. You just go to the information counter and yeah, just fill out a form and you're all good. And it's raining again, so as you can guess from that, yeah, I obviously sent the 5-inch up. Plenty of space actually here to land and take off safely, so I thought, you know what, I feel like it would have done a better job of some of the maneuvers I wanted to get, and it did, so I'm happy I did that.
Wow.
It's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
See?
Oh, I try. Okay.
You want to sit, maybe?
Yeah. It's a full text. Oh my god. Oh, the color. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah. Did you see everything or no? Those guys that I just showed the footage to just there, they quickly snapped a Polaroid of me and gave it to me, and here it is. So that's a nice little memento from the day. I haven't seen like a film image in ages. Always like sharing the experience whenever I get a chance. If someone's interested and they come over, I always show them through the goggles what's going on. And it's nice to see people's reactions. Everyone's always just like, wow, this is crazy. But I mean, if you've never seen it before, I mean, it is crazy. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for this part of this location. I'm probably going to get some more shots elsewhere, and I might throw those in as I move to my next spot. And I think I'm going to head to some of the Uluwatu cliffs. Now the wind today is absolutely mental, and I have no idea how this is going to fare out. So I'm hoping there's not too much sort of wind shear and stuff coming off the cliffs, but we'll see when we get there. So yeah, it's raining again and I need to move on. Yeah. So just as I started to fly a little bit more and get some shots before I was leaving, it started raining again. So the Avata 2 it rained on, the Mini 4 Pro it rained on a little bit too. So I took some refuge in the little cafe. I had a bit of a smoothie and some chocolate cake and just sort of waited for the rain to calm down, and it didn't. It just got worse and worse and worse. So I had to pull the plug on going to the cliffs, and I just made my way back home. So I had a 2-hour ride back in the pouring rain, which was pretty delightful. And now I'm back. So yeah, I'm back in my garden now. Make sure I don't fall in the pool. So it was a pretty good day all in all. I didn't manage to get to the cliffs at Uluwatu because, well, you can see the day got pretty grey, so I just had to bail and make my way back home. So to make it up to you, I'm going to put in a little clip right now of I think it was last week I met up with one of my subscribers who was in Bali, and I took him to a few spots to fly around, and we did a pretty cool Avata 2 chase down the side of Mount Batur. So I'm going to put that clip in right now for you to enjoy instead. So take a look at that. Alrighty, let me know in the comment section what you thought of that little chase sequence. That's the first time I've ever tried chasing a drone, and I was behind and I was chasing Adam in front. So yeah, pretty cool opportunity to get some chasing in there. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for all that good stuff. It's been a little bit different today, a bit more of just flying and vlogging as I go along. So yeah, if you want to see something similar to this where I went and did sort of a low light test on the Avata 2, go and check out this video right here. And if you want to see me flying the Avata 2 to the top of Mount Batur in a little sort of cinematic movie, go and check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.